Testing 1, 2, 3. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jonathan from the Binary Atlas channel, and tonight's Dune. Dune, more spice, more Duning, more Dune things. Really enjoyed Caretaker though last night. That's definitely going to be on my to-do list to get. Get over to game mode. Let's check your shaders again. It's like every launch.
I dream of it.
I think I checked my base yesterday. Hope I still got power. I do. I will go check now. $33 days. I don't think it'll actually last 33 days. But you never know. Oh, excuse me. Overheated. Bad habit of that. I do. Bing, 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 bong. I love how Twitch sends me a notification, let me know I'm streaming, and I'm like, yeah, I know, I'm the one that started the stream. Oh, excuse me. Woo. Oh, sorry. I know. It was a long day again at work. I don't mean to be all yawny. We have chances of storms rolling through the area tonight, so there is a possibility that I will lose connection. If that happens, I apologize in advance. Hey, I got some 5s. Nothing I want. Of course. Nothing on the drill shots. I'll double check everything just in case, but I don't believe I'm gonna run into anything I care about. Oh, sorry. I know. Yawning. Alright. Nothing in the auction house I want. Let's check out what the desert looks like this week. One, two, three, four, 5 large spice fields. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deep desert stations. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deep desert caves. So all in all, not bad. Worth running or not? That would be the $1 million question. We'll go in the lightning station, check out if it's on the Lancerad list, quest is, and then I'll probably just do a bunch more Lancerad missions tonight because I really need to get my rank up. Gotta rank up. Crafting cost reduced. Nope. So none of that. All right.
Greetings, authorized visitor.
Oh, excuse me.
Got this.
They're coming! Let's get the rock into the road! Enemy sight!
Forgot to turn on gaming tools. You're throwing grenades. Those are dangerous. Put an eye out.
Got them.
But you don't got them. I love how I'm so far away, yet the grenade still does damage.
Weapon empty.
That's some bullshit. I do not want to update my drivers right now, thank you. Grade 4, I was hoping for grade 5 schematics, but I will take what I can get. This is the last room.
Eyes on hostile. Let's make reinforcements.
And then reload. This way. I like taking out the shield guys first. What the crap was that about? I didn't undo my removable drive. What's going on? Hey, Katrina, how are you? Grenade. Stabby. Good, I'm glad to hear it. Hope you're having a great week. Is it Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday. Alright. Don't get shot. Don't get shot. I got shocked. Almost didn't make it. Okay. Whoop, whoop, beep. Grade 4 parts again. I was hoping it was a grade 5 parts, but that did not happen. Story of my life. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the boss beat real quick. And then I will decide on what I'm going to do this evening. I hadn't really made any hard plans. Stabby, 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 stabby. Stabby, stab. Oh, wait a minute. I remember what I said I was going to work on tonight. I was going to build a deep desert station. Is what I was going to do. And then work out of my station for the week. That's one thing I haven't done. Most of the time, if I go to the deep desert, I just take my carrier and maybe, you know, some supplies, and I do something and then come back. I don't really stay in the desert all week. But I think I might do that today. Ow, butt shots. All right. I gotta... There we go. The new blade adjustments really cut that time down on that dude. Nothing. I don't want any. Well, some of this is okay, but still. This is why I don't usually do stations. It's just not worth it.
Greetings, authorized visitor.
Greetings, authorized hologram. Alright, so I'm going to go back to base and plan out about using the building a deep desert base. See if there's any good guides. Alright, so it says, yeah, I'm in endgame. That's old. That's a year ago. That's a year ago. 7 months ago. I mean, I really just want to build something basic. I want my carrier, my buggy, and my sand crawler. That is a real storm here at my house. That's awesome. Which means I will probably have some internet drops. Again, if my stream gets interrupted, I apologize in advance. I am working on trying to get fiber to my house, but the company, who shall not be named yet, is refusing to run the fiber to my house, even though it's 250 feet away. Well, without charging me an enormous amount of money, $5K. So I'm like, you. Currently trying to battle that out, see if I can get them to do it. That is everything, so we'll do learn, cycle those two guns. We nice, look at there. Really would like to find a guide though on how to build a deep desert base. I just don't trust myself enough to gather all the right stuff. I just want something simple, like, you know, all the basic necessities I should take with me so I don't gotta come back. So I know I'm gonna need mats to build. Says, design your base in Haga and use the solid replicator to build it in the DD. Okay, that's not a bad idea. Build your base 2 foundation pieces high. The reason for this is that the replicator will build foundation underneath on uneven ground, and it lets you build a hidden basement. Well, I don't need a hidden basement because I'm not doing PvP. Once you've laid out your floor plan, delete the interior foundation pieces and replace them with floor tiles. This allows you to create a honeycomb labyrinth underneath your base where you can store your valuables. I don't need that because, again, I'm not playing PvP. I need a hangar, vehicle loading bays. There are no griefers because I'm not. See, this is all based on PvP. This is a year ago. So not really what I'm shooting for. I guess I'm just going to have to think through this myself. Let's see what we got. Got the building materials and I got some metal. It needs to be big enough to park my carrier. It needs to be big enough to hold, also hold the shipping container that I'll be taking. Trying to think what else. I'll have to build some containers. I want to be able to bring my assault probably so I can do cargo transport. See, I'm trying to think though. I can't think how to do this. Deep desert. There's got to be a guy to help me out here. Build this PvE deep desert base. All right, we'll give this a watch. I'm not building that. Look at that.
Getting started in the deep desert of Dune Awakening can be overwhelming. Today I'm going to show you a pretty easy solo PvE starter base to get you going in the deep desert and work out all of the logistical struggles for you with plenty of room for future expansion. The requirements are on screen now. Remember, the deep desert halves all costs, so this build will cost double in Haga Basin. I built this in map square B5, but you can put this pretty much anywhere in the PvE area. So, let's go. So we're going to build this in two stages, the architecture first and the utility second. You can do this all together in a single assault orney, but for the video this should make things easier to digest. Start off by using the foundation trick to raise an advanced subfief 2 foundations off the ground. You can find salvaged metal easily around the deep desert, so get it on site rather than bringing it from Haga Basin. From there, build a 7x9 ring of foundations, then fill the centre with Atreides floor pieces to save on the plastone cost. Next, place large Atreides gates in the corners as shown. This will make the outside of the build look good with minimal effort.
I think this is going to help me. Do I have to use the plastinium foundation stuff, the pieces? I mean, it's just a temporary thing. It only lasts a week before it gets wiped out. And I don't think you can, that's also a year old. Yes, I'm blocking ads. I don't really want to build a spice refinery in the deep desert. All I really want this for is kind of a gathering station so that I don't have to go all the way back to Haga Basin. I want to gather in the deep desert the entire time, like all week. But I don't think your deep desert stations have shields. So I think that means a storm rolling through could damage your station. Let me bring this up. Over here, Brave. Sorry. I know, I'm not supposed to yawn. My bad. Can't help it. Another long day. Hit a deer today with my car. So luckily most of the momentum braking worked and I tapped the deer It was a little hurt, but it ran off, but I still got some damage, and I got to figure out what I'm going to do about that. So it was just a long ass day. Let's go to let's see here. Deep desert, base awareness. Does my base have shields? I know. I'm asking AI. I'm sorry. I do. It'll be fine. Don't hate me. I have a really smart one. Okay, your base does have a shield. Storms are nastier, it says. Should use plastone. I don't think I have plastone. What does plastone take? It takes one silicone block, a bunch of basalt stone, and some water. So it looks like I need to go gather basalt. I want to be out gathering for a little bit, I guess. Can I back up my base? All right, so let's do this. Let's ask about there is a solid gold replicator which is different from the base reconstruction tool. It stores the blueprint layout rather than physically storing the finished base. The current July 2026 game data still listed. Okay, so the replicator puts down the big green blueprint and then you can fill it out easier. I mean, that's one way to go. All right, so I'm gonna need probably, I don't know how much I'll need. I'm gonna need some more silicone blocks. So that means sand, flour sand, and basalt. I guess I'll change clothes and get my gathering clothes. Now, sometimes there are blueprints, but you lose the base at the end of the week. You can't pack up the base. There's got to be a better guide. I'm going to go search the YouTubes. You guys can just watch with me. That was a year ago. That was a year ago. I just watched that. Compact and efficient 7 months ago. Let's try that one.
Hi everyone. A couple of weeks ago, I put out a base tour video for my Atreides carrier base that you can see here, which houses a carrier and a sandcrawler. And I've had a number of requests since then to show how I actually built this and to do a tutorial video for it. So here we are. I'll be building this in the deep desert as I normally build it, and you can follow along. As it's quite a complicated base, I'm always using a Toledo replicator. And what you can see here is that I only have 3 foundation pieces by 3 foundation pieces in the middle. That is all that I use for support, so that this base is as versatile as possible to place.
I guess I can go lodge and I've seen some Toledo replicators for sale with pre-built blueprints in them.
Once the foundation is done, I then move on to filling in the floor for the main part of the
I
building.
think how it works is you don't have to actually pick the pieces. You just build.
That main part is 5 tiles by 8 tiles.
It's like once the week starts, you can't really pack and lose it. Also trying to see.
This is what we have so far.
What's that thing she's got?
And now I'm moving on to building the parking space for the sandcrawler. And the additional benefit of building this first is that it starts to provide me with some shade.
He's pretty good.
These 2 corner pieces are really important to include so that the carrier doesn't fall once you're parking it on top. And at this point, I can pick up my container and place it in the sandcrawler space so it's out of the way and protected when I eventually build the rest of the base up. Next, I'm building up the water storage, which is on either side of the sandcrawler. It's a
Alright, so-
very narrow, 1 wide space, and I do
think we're gonna
try
do
to
production.
enclose it
Maybe this isn't
first
something I need to do
before I
don't
put
feel like
down
doing
the water
production
containers themselves,
in the
so that
deep
they are
end.
protected from any storms. After that, I can just close the last wall and it is protected and out of sight. And then we just simply repeat the same process on the other side of the sandcrawler space as well.
And I guess I don't
Now we have finished the sandcrawler space and the water storage, and this is what it looks like so far. Time to move on to the rest of the main building, lower level first. In my Solido copy, I have a gap here to have a pentashield as an entrance for the buggy. But the terrain doesn't really lend itself to that, so I'm just skipping that for now and building the main building up, and I will be filling in this part later, and we'll put the buggy elsewhere this week. First, we place the floor over the ground floor level. Now we can start filling in some of the inside, the stairs to go down, and the mezzanine level. Next, we start placing some of the storage and refiners on the inside. Placing the large oil refiner will overload the power grid, so it's important to immediately turn it off, because all that I have to protect my base is one single basic generator right now. And now that the main building has a roof, I start building the wings.
Yeah, this is starting to make me feel like I don't want to do it anymore. Alright, so never mind. I'm still going to go out to the deep desert tonight, but I'll just do what I normally do. See what my batteries are looking like. Probably not enough. Well, that means more batteries. Batteries. Which I can't make because I'm out. Now I gotta go gather fuel cells. Trying to remember where the closest fuel cell was. I'm going to gather in case I decide to go ahead and build the deep desert base, but I'd rather confer with some of my buddies before I decide to do that. Need to find one battery pack. Hey, Tango. Just the dude I was thinking about. Hey, Tango, thank you for the Prime. I think mine's coming up in a couple of days. Gotta check on that. Hey, Nimble, how are you tonight? I thought there was a battery pack out here. Not seeing it. Tango, Tango, Tango. Being the master of Dune, I'm good, Tango. I'm good. Had a rough day. I hit a deer with my car. I'm okay. The deer actually is okay. The deer limped off and into the woods. The car happened to slow down enough where there wasn't a ton of damage. But I still got to file insurance to get my car repaired, so it's drivable, but it's a little sucky. I actually wanted to ask you a question about Dune, about building a deep desert base, and I'm debating really back and forth on if it's worth it. I've talked myself out of it 3 times tonight. I know I found a battery close by once. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't really want to do my refining in the desert, right? I usually fly out with my carrier, my sandcrawler. I fill up and I fly back. The base has to be destroyed at the end of the week. So I just don't know. I mean, I could take my shipping container and fill that with spice. Okay. All right. Well, if you say so, I'll go ahead and give it a shot tonight. But I'm apprehensive. I appreciate the offer, but I'm trying to do this on my own because I'm trying to figure it out in my head. I just want a basic base. It gets destroyed at the end of the week, right? So I don't want anything fancy. It has been mentioned that maybe I should build it in the Solito replicator first and then go out. Battery. All right, got some batteries. Should I do the thing when I build with the Solito replicator and then do the green build thing when I get out there, or just build when I get out there? And should I do refining or just store everything in my carrier box? Should I build in granite and plastone? All right, so basically, I got some preparing to do. I need to prepare for building the deep base station. Because I think the only thing I have in my carrier right now... Gotcha. I will go look that up here in just a minute. How is it running out of power in one day? What the hell? This happened to me the other day. It was like at 30 days. Apparently I gotta go get batteries again. I swear to God, when I logged on today, I checked it and it said 30 days. And now it just suddenly dropped to 1. Somebody parked down there. I'm gonna say hi. A nice little fopper. Is he way down here? He's in it. Maybe he ran out of battery. Here's one. Oh yeah, this way. And see, now it says 33 days. Did it actually use the... Yeah, it used this game. All right. This is my first deep desert base though, so I don't want to go for broke. Should I use plastone? I don't think I have much. I have some. faction walls. Normal stuff dies when a shield drop. It would be nice if I knew what a faction wall was. Need my build tool, that's for sure. I'm considering going to the auction house and buying one of those Solido replicator blueprints and just be done with it, but Alright, you said there was a tool or a base construction tool. Base planner. Alright, so let's think this through. See if I can get it through my thick head. Because I'm also tired, so my thick head is even thicker than usual. You're saying that I should refine what I'm refining in the deep desert. And I only have a week, right? So should I focus on spice, or should I focus on titanium, or do all of it? I'll have to have water storage. Okay. All right, so we'll plan for spice. I probably don't need the large spice refinery, correct? Yeah. But the base gets destroyed at Coriolis, which means I've got to go in before that happens and pack up everything. And then I lose any of the machines I build, right? But you can't pack the machines. So I have to destroy those and gather the mats back and build them all over again. At least that's what my mind is telling me. Gotcha. All right. So let's start with the basics that I need. I'm going to need power generation, right? All right. So should I just do the spice power generator? Take spice batteries in with me? Normal fuel generator, wind turbines. What am I looking at? I mean, building one spice power generator would probably be the easiest. At least that's what I think. Chat can chime in and let me know if I'm being cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but well, I mean, I'm gonna have to gather resources, probably, but that's okay. All right. And you want me to do spice refinery, right? So, probably not the large spice refinery, but maybe the medium, or should I go ahead and do the large? All right, so let's add the large. Okay, I'm going to need water, right? I'm going to need some large water cisterns. How many of these do you think I would need? That's 100,000 a piece. How much water will I need to store? Maybe 4 of them? Um, 56,250. All right, and so let's say if I have my sandcrawler full and I put it in, I want to say it's 5. All right, so times, so that divided by 100, I will need 6 of them. All right, so 6 of those. I will need water gathering. So large wind trap. Those produce 6,300 an hour. Of course, I closed it out. All right, so let's say I'm doing 600,000 and I want that divided by 6,300. So it would take 1 wind trap 95 hours to do that. So yeah, but I don't like doing the body thing, and my wind traps work great here at home base. So let's say if I had 4 large wind traps, that's 6,300 times 4. It's 25,200. So if I had that much, so that's 19 hours. So it'd be ready by the next day when I got back on. Ish. You see, 1 large wind trap is 6,300 an hour, right? If I do an advanced distill, that's 54,000 per hour. And I don't use my distills that are downstairs. I have a normal one and an advanced one. So I could technically break those down and take them with me. But then I got to constantly go out and gather bodies for it. That's the sucky part, is I got to take the time to go get bodies. So let's do this. Yeah. I want to do, let's do this. Let's just see what my calculations come out to be. If I do just 6 wind traps and be done. Right, and then, so I've got the refinery, I've got the, all that stuff. I need storage, right? Because I don't want to just, I need, storage containers to transfer the spice. I probably need medium ones. I'm gonna do, say, 5 of those. Pure aluminum, industrial pumps, plastinium, silicone blocks, spice, deep desert. That cuts it down by a lot. All right. I need probably penta shields. Is that on here? I'm gonna need probably 1 for the above, and probably 1 for the door that the thing comes in. I'm low on power, so I need 2. We'll add another spice generator. It doesn't say 2. I'll say 2 there. Yeah, it's handy. It's very handy. So basically, this is what I gotta have in my big container when I go out to the deep desert. Minus the building materials for the base. Ah, look at the cobalt paste. All right, let me get this out of the way and let's see what I actually have available. We'll start here. I need advanced machinery. No advanced machinery there. There's some. There's 20 there. That's half. Nothing in there. Well, no advanced machinery. Not enough advanced machinery. The calibrated servox. Plenty of those. Not enough. I need 216. Yeah, I don't got the mats for this. At least not on that grandiose a scale. Just in case I placed one somewhere weird. Yep. Got a ton of the spice residue. Maybe try to get rid of a bunch of that. Ah, I got some plastone. I didn't realize I had that. Volati. Tons of granite. Fuel I made. That. Incendiary gel, yeah. And I don't think I saw cobalt paste anywhere in there. Although I have. This is probably going to take more planning than I was planning. So I think. Tonight I will just do some gathering. Wrong category, where, who, what. Dang it, Twitch. I know I changed it. Stupid Twitch. I got a lot of that. I don't know if it's worth a thing on the auction house, but we're fixing to find out. Ding dong. The bells. The bells. I ought to get on the House of Trades chat and say, hiring construction crew to build my deep desert base and offer a couple of million Solari. I'll be waiting for you in the Home Depot parking lot. I'll check real quick if there's anything good to buy. That would be a no. And a no. Let's go check spice. Residue 900. 750. 700. Looks like 700 is the low. I'm probably not going to sell all this. But I have so much of it, I don't know what I can use it for. Maybe I should go leave it at people's bases like Santa. Yeah, because it's just taking up inventory space. Would it be really mean to just bottom out the market and sell it for 1 Solari? Because there's no way I'm selling all this. I really enjoyed The Last Caretaker last night, though. That was a fun game. Might have overdid it with the spice residue here, but I'm already committed. No free slots in exchange. So there it was, I think John, my regular on the stream, recommended it. There was a demo where you get to, it's an early release game. The demo lets you play inside the first area for as long as you want until you leave that area. And you're a robot. There's no one else around. All the other robots are dead. You've got to reroute power and craft things and do things, and it was actually a lot of fun. I've kind of spent way too much money this month, so I can't buy the game, but maybe I'll consider it maybe next month or two, getting it. It's a fun game. I had to set up, like, repair solar panels and stuff on the roof and make cables to go all the way down to power stuff, and Got that taken care of. Okay, I did repair it. I thought I had. So sure, that sounds great, Tango. You'll have to explain the chili churner to me. You're talking about like something on your stream in order for people to like play with and stuff. You build a lot of projects and they start to run together for me. Okay. Alright, so you got a roulette machine. One redeem, it ranges from cold to lava. Oh, a physical one. Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't know. So I guess what you mean is the range is from cold to lava. I mean, what kind of range would that be? You got cold, lava's really, really hot. So I guess you could go cold, warm, lukewarm, different things like that maybe. Oh, got it. You're not talking about, you're talking about heat, like off the sauce. Wow, I was actually thinking like real temperatures. Never mind. I feel dumb. So when they redeem it, you have to eat whatever hot sauce comes up on the wheel. Yeah, sorry, dude. I'm tired. I told you it was a long day. I mean, it sounds fun. Sounds like it would suck for you. But if you love hot sauce, man, yeah, sounds like a damn good time. You know, I don't eat hot stuff, so I had thought about kind of something similar, but with those mystery jelly beans. You know, where you can have some really bad ones. But I can't eat them anymore, so. With my condition, I have to be careful what I eat. Yeah, and some of them can be pretty gross too, from what I've heard. Yeah, etc. And I've heard they can be pretty gross. And I used to love jelly beans. I loved jelly beans. They were one of my favorite candies, and I can't have them anymore, and it really sucks. But is what it is. Plan out my route here. I don't think that's... No, that's the current one. All right, I'm gonna start on the edge and go 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and go down. F9. I don't think I've been all the way to F9. That's interesting. But I've been thinking the same thing, something fun and not game related that viewers could do to interact. Mine won't be hardware like you because I don't have the knack that the knack of building hardware like you do. So mine will be software. Yeah. Yeah, and that's a great skill to have. It's really impressive, and I'm a little jealous because here's my problem. I can build things like that, but I have a hard time going from idea to a made product kind of thing. I gotta work on that. I did get my LCD replaced on my resin printer, and I do have Laura Croft printed. I'm gonna start working on that tomorrow night. Fair. Fair. I mean, I can program and stuff like that, but well, honestly, dude, AI has supercharged what I can do with software. You know, a lot of my time used to be spent mapping out the code and then looking up all the pieces, like libraries I needed to use and UI design, you know, all this stuff that took a ton of time. And sometimes it took so much time. Yeah, it took me so much time that you would honestly get discouraged about the project because you know, at least with AI, it gets me all the way to the point where I'm debugging, right? And dude, it's been impressive. And like I did a test on my streaming software my Restream server I talked to you about. I got it to the test point, and I actually had a horizontal and vertical stream going to YouTube with the wavy test pattern and sounds. And I did a successful test with it. I got to do some more work on the particulars of it. I want to build a web page to control it and stuff like that, but I got pretty far along on it. And what's really funny What's really funny though, and you'll get a kick out of this, Tango, is that I got copyright striked for the beep sound. The beep sound. Yeah, that's what I use. I use the chats. Have you tried using ChatGPT Work yet? That is incredibly impressive, by the way. It eats the tokens, though. I barely got the test running with my Restream server before it gave me a warning. D9. I'm pretty sure I need to go north at this point. Work has local file access now. You have to go in and turn it all on, and it gives you some warnings about it, but it was installing packages and running commands and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I was working on a my little Mac Mini back here, and it was running command prompt stuff and installing libraries, and was just going at it. On occasion, it would pause and let me know what it was doing, and if I wanted to continue, and I would go yes, and it just kept going. Uh-oh, we got spice. There be spice there. Oh, somebody was compacting. Yeah, and I know about Codex. I've used it. Boom. And I've got the higher package, the one above Pro Business. So what I end up doing, I first start out in just the chat, and I usually map out the project, and then I usually make a project document, and then if I do something like Codex, I'll feed it the project document, and then hope that it don't run out of tokens by the time it gets me at least a working model running that I can debug and test. What I'm thinking about trying next, and I haven't tried it yet, so I have Onshape as my 3D modeling software, and I thought about giving Work access to my browser and telling it to try to design something and see what it does with it. I'm just curious. That'd be an interesting experiment. Maybe feed it the on-shape help desk repository. Yeah, but I'm more interested in fidgets, pass-throughs. And I know how to do it. I've made several. In fact, I sold several. I'm actually out. No, I've got some shotgun shells left, but I sold my other ones. It would be damn interesting if it could. I don't want anything complicated. I just want basic shapes with pass-through shapes. Well, it's getting better. I like Soul. I think it does pretty good on most things. So that's the thing that'll work when I pop it on, because I use it almost daily on all kinds of different things. It flips to very high and it will eat through my credits. I don't use it so much that I've ran out of credits, but I have come close. This one dude, much braver than I, turned it loose on his firewall and let it configure his firewall. And I was like, oh my God. Really? Freaking Jaws music. Yeah, you've really got to know what you're doing with it. I think that's going to be the real distinguishing factor that people knowing how to use it properly is going to be the big thing. I do not think AI is going to replace as many jobs as they think it is, but I think you're going to have people that really know how to use it. Yeah. I agree, sorta. Yeah, fair. People will have to shift, and those that can't are going to hurt probably. Trying not to leave a strip behind, but I am failing. It's back again. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go up and reset worm. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. That didn't work as well as I thought it might. It went better in my head. That's not sucking. It's in my head, in my head, zombie. Zen's a pretty good pilot, huh? It's not too bad. Yeah, Zen's a good guy. Did he ever find that part he was looking for, the blueprint? I was hoping I would find it first and then tell him, I'll sell it to you for $1 billion, you know, and that'd been funny. Yeah, my son's still playing that. Plays a lot of Skyrim too. I don't think I've heard of that one. Sounds interesting. My son's been making some pretty advanced machinery in there. Uh-oh. Dude, don't. Don't. Damn it. That's gonna be fun for Worm Threat. And easy for them because they got 2 people. Well, I know, but sandworm threat is hard to figure when you got 2 of these guys doing this shit. They followed me. That's interesting.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
And I got a sandstorm incoming. Do a sweep and get out of here. Oh, I see it too.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
Somebody smart and built the base right there.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
No, come on, put it down. Stupid sandstorms. Well, and so, and this is the other thing, right? So, this will take up my entire stream time just getting one load of spice, which is the other reason why I really haven't done a deep desert base yet. I realize I need to, but I've got my welder. The carrier's probably going to take some damage. Yeah, I know, I know. I'm not saying it doesn't help. I'm trying to weigh the whole is it worth it thing, right? Does it help enough for the efforts you got to put in to do it to begin with? And then it only lasts a week. Then you got to break it all down and do it again. 100%, he says. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, I'll probably end up having to think less and just do a small one like you said. Wonder if they're not going to come back. They were going slow and steady too, sucking up every bit of that spice. Me, look at me. I'm just so messy and wasteful. Oh, there they are. For a two-man crew, they should be faster. I guess if I see them pick up, I should do the same. I'm almost full though. Well, that shot up. Stay closer to my Oh yeah, nimble? Well, I guess that depends on how you look at it. I mean, it's got to be done. Like I don't got much left. There we go. Yeah, I've been talking to Nimble, I've been talking to Tango tonight, and probably need to work on a deep desert base would make a lot of the gathering go faster. That's something I've not done yet. Have you done a deep desert base, Nimble? Because I'm at the very grindy part of the game, right? I'm trying to get all my tier 5 gear, all the augments and all that kind of stuff. I'm really hoping that they get more loose with the drop rates in the September update, but I'm not holding my breath for that either. Well, I know, but you know, when I first got started, the the stations were fun. Lancerad was even fun at first, until it wasn't, because of the repetitive nature of the grind. The other thing I don't understand, and I don't think they'll change, but they should, is the levels of the stations having to be unlocked one by one. That's kind of crazy. If I'm level 17, I should be able to go direct to a level 17 station. I shouldn't have to beat 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7. And so on and so forth. That gets kind of crazy. Yeah, I guess considering my playtime that I have available to me, I probably don't need 500,000 milliliters of water. I could probably get by with far less than that. I mean, I think DD can be funner if you're with friends, but yeah, I get it, guys. I get it. That's why I'm looking forward to the new content in September. I'm to the point where I'm ready for new content. It does. But unfortunately, I do not think Funcom is going to hire me to fix it. So well, I made the comment before, drop rates and grind levels do not coincide. I realize you want stuff to be harder to get, but if I'm solo, right? So if it takes me 2 hours and 18 minutes, which has happened before, to do the entire deep desert, that's every cave and every station, and I come out of the deep desert with nothing good, that's bad. Now maybe, obviously, you don't want me to come out with 7 or 8 really good things, right? But, yeah, but a person that puts that time in needs to come out with something. And that's my rant for today. Well, and it's like me right now. It's like me right now. I am trying to get a tier 5 gear and all that stuff. But you know what I've been doing? Instead of doing the stations to get that shit, I have been mining spice, selling it in the auction house, going to the auction house every day and buying what I need. Yeah. And I know that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? Instead of grinding, I'm doing player-based economy and getting money and then buying what I need. But when I started this game, I didn't see myself as a spice farmer. And that's exactly what I've become, a spice farmer. I'm not saying the stations are hard, right? With my tier 5 gear and everything, I do well. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Maybe. Somebody told me on the stream the other night that single player was almost like a private server. It was going to let you change settings and stuff. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I don't see the point of that. But isn't that kind of what private servers are? But I guess except you don't gotta host it. You think that'll be harder on the machine to run it though? Because I got a really good rig, but I don't think I could host a private server and run it. Yeah, but what I'm saying is they have Dune Server Edition that you can host, but you can't host it and play it on the same computer. It's too much. But the single player thing is supposed to have controls like the private server, but I guess you could do it all on one machine? I don't know. We'll have to see what it actually means when it comes out in September. Whoops. That will buff out. Yeah, probably not as many options to change as the server. That would make sense. Done with you. All right, that's got that processing. All right, guys, that's going to be it for me tonight. I'm going to get off here. I appreciate everyone, as always, that came out and said hey and supported the channel. Tango, thank you for that sub. I appreciate it. I hope everyone has a great rest of their week. It's Wednesday for me, which means no more streams for the rest of the week. I'm going to be working on my Laura Croft statue. So anyway, binaryatlas.com, and we will see you guys next time.